welcome back. This is episode 188 of NooBTooB, weekly independent podcast where Tobin is back from Sweden.
From Sweden!
Sweden. I am Yuzo Watanabe.
And I'm Tobin Kozire, and this week we are talking about Monster Hunter Tri, Nier, Super Street Fighter 4, Lost Planet 2 multiplayer demo, the split-second demo, and Bulletstorm.
Holy crap.
It's been a long motherfucking time, y'all.
I know, man, like 3-4 weeks at least.
And we're back.
Yes, new releases include Lost Planet 2, Skate 3, 3D Dog Game Heroes, and Rocket Knight on XBLA.
I'm a rocket knight, burning up the rocket here alone.
Right. So what's with all those pictures of you with random blonde people?
So you know what those pictures are? Those pictures are NooBToobers are fucking awesome.
Holy
That's what those
shit.
pictures are. So I basically, a couple weeks ago when I left for the show, I was like, hey guys, I'm going to Montreal, I'm going to Stockholm. My inbox just got full of people. I told people to email if they're going to be there. So I ended up, we grabbed a handful of dudes in Montreal. They took me out for poutine.
Oh, of course.
And I got
is that the one where you got the crazy T-Rex?
The T-Rex poutine,
Holy
which was
shit.
poutine, which is just like fries and cheese and gravy and 4 kinds of meat. So I hung out with those guys. That was really fun. We walked around the town. Then in Stockholm, hung out with 10 NooBToobers.
Holy crap.
So I took
There
some
are
pictures.
at least 10 people in Sweden that
And
watch
there were
the
more
show.
than that. There were like some people that couldn't come hang out. There were some people that were like too young to drink, whatever. But I mean, like they took me out for ramen. They took me out for drinks, whatever. So I love you guys. I just gotta say, like, anywhere we go in the world, we know that there's NooBToobers to hang out with. Everybody gets together. I think a bunch of those guys didn't know each other, and they're all gonna, maybe get together and hang out and
Go gaming together or whatever. That's
do
awesome.
whatever. So I mean, thank you guys for coming out. And whenever we go somewhere in the future, we'll let you guys know. It's always awesome to see you guys.
Yeah, the next one will probably be PAX.
Yes.
Sure, we'll all get together. Hopefully that'll be the mecca where every single NooBToober from all around the world
PAX
comes.
is off the hizzy.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
it's gonna be crazy.
So
we have so many games to talk about. It's ridiculous.
Yes.
Like
the
it's
list
crazy.
is enormous. I mean, like, I honestly just landed a couple days ago, and I tried to play a bunch of games. Next week, I'm actually going to get to play more. Like, this week, it's going to be, I think you know more about the games
You
than
have
me.
to give your impressions.
Yes.
Of
But you
various
got the
games.
game for a fucking month with
I
me
know,
gone.
but you know the thing is,
What?
I didn't really play a lot of these games either. Because I was playing StarCraft. Actually, mostly StarCraft. So I am now almost, I think I'm ranked 1 in silver in the league.
Are you serious?
Well, there's four different leagues, right?
Yeah, but number 1 is...
It's copper, bronze, silver.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's a bunch of different in my division, right?
Yeah,
so there's a bunch of,
that's awesome.
I'm like killing people like crazy. I'm gonna get gold pretty soon, so I'm getting decent.
You're getting good.
So Koreans, watch out.
Yeah.
My Terran is fierce.
That's right. Koreans are already scared of the Japanese, too.
For different reasons. For absolutely different reasons.
That's great, man. That's really cool.
So yeah, I'm getting really good. You know, the sad thing is though, like, I'm kind of addicted to watching.
The movies?
No, the commentary. Yeah, the commentary.
Yeah, like I've heard that those are awesome.
It's amazing.
People actually like take it very seriously. That they go and they watch these. They kind of make professional commentaries.
And it's really entertaining because you're watching it. You're like, oh, why did you do that? It's just like, like I've never had that feeling with sports ever.
No,
right? I never
no.
watch sports. I'm like, oh, fuck you guys. Like, I'm feeling it with this for some reason. So I'm getting
this is your professional sports.
Yeah.
Like you're finally getting the
I'm getting the feel of like, you start rooting for guys. You're like, oh yeah, Orb. Oh, he's such a dick. Oh, like all these different people.
And you're starting, and you can pick up the skills,
the lingo and the skill. It's absolutely. I mean, that's what's making me better so far. Like before, I wouldn't know all the builds, and I have like 4 classic builds. I know exactly the order, and I'm learning all lingo of macro and micro. And
Dude, you're like those nerds that memorize chess openings.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, you did the Yamaguchi 7 intro. I know how to counter
dude,
that.
It's like the Orb 2 gate or something like that. The Muslim
Yeah, that's right. It's like
I'm not kidding.
I fucked your mom has that fantastic build order.
Yes. Dude, so at
Same
some
with
point,
fuck the Jews and I hate slants.
I want a Yuzo build named after me. At some point, I don't think I'll get there, obviously.
Yeah, if you ever got so good that people were commenting on your gameplay, that'd be the shit.
Well, because we don't have an episode last week, but I was seriously tempted to just commentate a game because I don't know the game that well. How funny would it be to comment a really shitty game? Right?
So basically, a game with me playing,
like me against you, or like you against somebody else. You're like, what's that guy doing?
I'm number 7 in the poop league.
Hey,
I don't know if you know this.
That's not bad.
Down
from 40.
Right. I'm 7 of 8 in the poop league.
So anyhow, but we'll talk about that later. But we have a ton of games to talk about. We got Monster Hunter Tri up first. A bunch of people were really excited about hearing about it.
Yes.
So you tried a little bit.
So
of
I'm a couple hours in.
Okay. compare it to the PSP experience, because you didn't like the PSP experience.
Okay, so it's more fun than the PSP experience. Like, the world feels a lot bigger. Mm-hmm. You know, it's kind of... It's definitely more fleshed out, and it doesn't feel as boring to me as the PSP one, where I just kind of felt like the world was really empty.
It wasn't much of a world. There was no story. There's no really arc.
Yeah,
right?
But I'm definitely really curious to hear about how it grabs you, because for me, I'm a couple hours in, and I still a little bit feel like I'm looking for the fun, because for me, like, the combat is really kind of crappy. And
it's complicated. Yeah,
and it's just kind of like a collectathon. Like, I really don't care about going around and grabbing every animal and sticking it in my collection book. You know, it's just...
Well, see, there you go. You don't have the standard Asian OCD must collect them all.
I do if it makes me better. Like in Crackdown, if it makes me stronger and bigger.
But that's the whole thing. So I think the big problem, or maybe the thing you haven't found yet, is the crafting. So if you go to the town, let's talk a little bit about the game. The game is, you are going on different missions and quests to kill things, to collect things.
You are a monster hunter.
You are a monster hunter.
That is your role in life.
And it's pretty stripped down. I mean, you look at like an MMO, like World of Warcraft, where you have to find people with a question mark. Like they kind of take all of that and really
tiny town
with one guy who gives you all the quests.
Right.
And, they just kind of build it around there. So it seems like a mini MMO to me, or it feels to me like, you're going to do a lot of fetch quests. You're going to kind of go to the same dungeons over and over again, but do something different in them.
Yeah, and then the world just keeps getting bigger. So it's like once you do something like, okay, now we've unlocked the ocean, now we've unlocked the mountains, now we've unlocked the caves.
Yeah, and a lot of repeat of animals where you have to actually, they're a little bit stronger, a little bit faster, or whatever. So that's kind of the different shell. But really, to me, this game is all about incremental improvements.
Yeah.
So you go kill some people, like, man, this takes a long time because I'm like poking 5 times to kill somebody, right?
The combat is not like finessed combos. It's just kind of like, it's not. Does it get better?
That's what I'm telling you. So when you're fighting the main monsters, the very first few, they're like vegetarians or whatever. They're herbivores. Sorry.
Right.
That's the word I'm looking for. So
fucking vegetarians just whoop up on them. You're like, take that patchouli, motherfucker.
Fucking vegans.
Yeah, have a sandwich with meat in it.
And you got to cut them up in the raw meat, and you got to cook it, which is really awesome. Yeah. But no. So I mean, it's really basic. You don't have to do anything very interesting. You don't have to dodge. It's whatever, right?
Yeah.
You start fighting carnivores.
Yeah.
They start attacking you.
Right.
They start doing pack hunting, where all of a sudden you now have to dodge because you will die, right?
Right. Yeah.
So, or you have to basically, if you use a really big heavy weapon against certain ones, you're like, ugh!
Right.
And you sit there, right? Then you can pick a lighter weapon. So as you start playing all these different things, you get this kind of feeling of, I can kind of see where the style matters, where instead of slashing side to side, slashing up is more important.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Right? And it only happens 3 or 4 hours into the game when you start fighting these crazier monsters. You start fighting crazy boss monsters.
And that's what people like about this game, right? A lot of it is like, you start to fight, big, dinosaurs and
huge.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know do you ever play like MMOs where you just like got to some end boss which was just huge and you just felt how epic it was?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's what's in this game, and honestly, it takes you 5 hours to get to them, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, no.
But once you feel it, you're like, holy crap! And seriously, like, I'm fighting by myself, 20, 30 minutes.
Wow.
And I'm fighting, because they change their patterns.
Yeah, and so it stays interesting. Like it's actually clever battle techniques.
And the best thing about it is that you are going and collecting. You talk to this woman. She's like, okay, I'll sell you a sword. So you're like, whoa, 1,000, 1,500. Holy shit, this is a lot. This is very expensive. Then you talk to the other guy. He's like, oh, bring me these components. I will make you the exact same shit she has.
For way cheaper.
For half the price if you bring me the components.
So then you're like, I got to go get those components.
Exactly.
I got to go find that shit.
Then it's like, okay, I see a butterfly there. I'm going to get my butterfly net because I know I'll get bitter bugs, right? And then you go there and you go like, oh man, I'm not getting any god bugs.
Yeah.
But if you go into the next zone over, the butterflies there give you the god bugs.
So you really just kind of explore and you're looking for, you're almost treating this more of a resource collection game than a monster hunting game.
But it's paced really well because half the time you're going to hunt one guy, but you say, oh look, there's some ore. Gonk, gonk. You're like, holy shit, I got 5 iron ore. I needed 8 to build this really badass sword.
So are you memorizing these things, or are you just kind of because that was the impression I got, because I was doing some of the crafting, but there were so many items in the game that it's like I felt like I'd have to memorize a list of 1,000 to know what I was collecting.
So it tiers.
Yeah.
So initially you have all these bone weapons. You're like, oh wow, monster bone S, monster bone. That's what you're really looking for, or bones or whatever.
Yeah, because, monster bones. That was my nickname in college.
That's right. Monster bone S, actually.
XXL.
Yeah, exactly. So, but you do that, and then all of a sudden, then you get these bugs who drop this carapace or something like that, and so oh well, that gives me the next tier of weapon. You don't care about bone anymore.
Okay.
So really, in your mind, you only need to and there's only like maybe 8 different things you can collect from. You can collect from honeycombs, from rocks, from plants, from bugs, from So there's a lot of different things. So it does turn into that, but the fact that as you go along, you also killing these really big epic monsters and increasing your abilities while you do that. It's just like it's just done really well.
That's cool.
So that's why I like it. There is some SimCity aspects to this game, which I'm not sure if you'll like.
Yeah, well, the fucking farming is hilarious. Where it's just like the farming. So what you got to do is you got to go get some slaves, right?
Yeah, slave cats.
Sorry, slave cats. And the slave cats, you're like, bitch, make me some tomatoes. And they're like, yes, master. Wow. So you go and you pick a bunch of things that you want them to be growing, and you're basically going and rescuing these dudes to work in your garden. Kind of like you go to Home Depot, right? And you go to Home Depot and you get some cats.
Yeah. But the cool thing, there's a cool thing about it, right?
Right.
Is that if you go and you get this really rare mushroom, you can give it to the cat and make more of this.
They'll grow a shitload of them.
Exactly, and it takes, and then it's not just those cats that you can get slaves.
Tell me more about the different variety of slaves that I can get.
So there's also a guy that will come and say like, okay, well I'm a merchant vessel. And I will go to these various areas you tell me to go, and I'll either collect more fish, which you need in some various things.
There are slave ships.
There's slave ships that can go to pirate. That's what I mean. But you're building it up. Like all of a sudden, they're like, this guy's like telling me like, the cat. He's been asking for like for mushroom beds. So can you give me some resources to do it?
So you build out your farm.
Exactly, and the way you get resources, you either collect special items, or you, instead of being on a quest, you just go into the zone and kill guys.
Right. Yeah, that's where you get your resources for building stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's just there's so many different systems all tied together, and for me, like I dig that. Like I like Civilization, I like SimCity, I like all these types of games.
the Pinata, Viva Pinata.
Exactly.
Like this game is very similar in that way to Viva Pinata, where you're kind of tending and gathering and collecting.
But it's more hardcore because it does have that combat component where you're slicing people, and I haven't tried the co-op, but I hear the co-op is fantastic.
Oh, cool.
So you can get 4 people, take a big-ass quest, and go fight a monster together. 4
people?
I think it might be 4, 2 or 4, something like that.
Wow.
So
that's cool.
I'm just saying, like, I've been asking online, like, nobody on the forum so far has like given out codes yet.
I thought people were all fucking amped for this shit. Like, people were just telling us that Monster Hunter Tri was going to be the bomb.
Yeah, so I went on IRC a couple times saying, like, hey, anybody have Monster Hunter? Like, crickets, and I'm like,
wow,
so
that's weird.
Yeah, hopefully somebody make a thread, somebody go to IRC, just like get together. I really want to try the 4-player.
Okay, I'll stick with it. I'll let you know what I think. I mean, like I only got a couple hours in, and I still was looking for the fun, but I still feel like this is more of a Yuzo game than a Tobin game.
I think it's gonna be,
but
it's
a
more
lot
fun
of people
than the PSP, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely more fun than the PSP one. And if you love the PSP one, you're gonna shit your jorts after this one. Like this is. It's very well done.
A couple of cons about this, like it still looks like a Wii game.
Yeah,
it's really starting to bother me. It's like, remember how we were playing PS2 games for a little while, and just like, you're like, I like, you were saying like I like Yakuza 2, but right?
Yeah, it starts to grate on you when you're playing all these other beautiful games.
So I think it is time for Nintendo to make a new
step it up.
They have to.
At
this point.
I mean, it's been out for a while. It's been 4 years, 5 years.
I know.
Yeah.
So and it's not getting me anymore. It's still fun, the pure gameplay, but God, it looks like ass.
It doesn't look good. So next up, I actually predict this will be an interesting conversation.
Oh, we'll see about this one.
So Nier,
N-E-I-R,
or
Nier.
Nier.
I don't
know. So this is fucking weird.
This game fucking sucks. Oh my God, this game. So what is this game?
So it's an RPG.
Yes.
That plays with the conventions of RPGs.
I would say it's an RPG and a shmup.
Yes.
Together.
Yes.
A shoot 'em up, which you guys know is just bullet hell.
The bullet hell with like that when you're playing as a ship and like bullets are kind of coming at you.
And when somebody said that to me, I'm just like, what? And I played it. I'm like, oh, I get it.
It is.
Yeah.
So the game. It's very strange. For one thing, it doesn't look very good for an Xbox 360 game.
No, it looks like a nice Wii game.
It looks like it. Honest to God, it looks like a Wii game, except it's bigger than a Wii game could possibly be.
Yeah.
But it really does, in many ways, graphically feel like a Wii game.
Yeah, it's just too bad.
So you start out and you start out somewhere in a city, and there's like a bunch of demons attacking you, and you level up really fast, and
you have a daughter who you're trying to protect,
right? And then all of a sudden, it teleports forward 1,200 years, and all of civilization has fallen apart, and then it's just a standard RPG.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll explain it later.
What?
But you have the daughter there who's now doing stuff, and like you're there. You have what?
Yeah.
It's seriously like it's half an hour of what the fuck.
It is. It is. It's probably like an hour and a half of what the fuck, because you're wandering around and they'll be like, "Hey, go kill a sheep," and you kill a sheep and come back. They're like, "Okay, now go to your house." And you go to your house and come back.
Did you love it? The fact that the very first thing you kill, you're butchering sheep.
You're butchering sheep for mutton. You need to bring back 4 mutton. And then you're killing monsters that drop dictionaries. Why are they dropping dictionaries? I don't understand. It's
because you got to stock the library. Apparently, you got to do something. My big problem with this game, number one, it's very JRPG. It's just like it's totally cliched. It's just like you take all the things we hate about JRPGs, they're in this game,
right?
In one place or the other. Long ass discussions that don't go anywhere.
Yeah. But so I'm gonna go ahead and say this. This game, there's something about this game that's interesting me.
What?
Yes. Because like the dialogue is very modern, and I keep kind of giggling. Like it's very weird. Like they're in this RPG world, but they're kind of talking all sassy and modern and cursing and stuff. And it's not like anything I've ever played before.
It's like everything I've ever played before.
When have you ever played a dude with a sword with a magic book over your shoulder that shoots fucking lances and...
Fine, it's like a bow that's magic. It's just in book form, right? I mean, you think about it, it's just like all of the concepts of the combat... Yeah. Except for the shmuppy type where you're dodging bullets from everything.
Well, but
right?
It's not just that. It's the fact that they're kind of playing with. It'll be a 3D RPG, and then all of a sudden it'll be a side scroller, and all of a sudden it'll be a top down. So I'm not saying it's good. Because
it's just weird.
It's just weird because the thing is probably 80% of the game you're fighting the same bullshit enemies and they're boring. They're easy. You never get hit. It's just hit. But what's keeping me interested is 2 things. Is the boss monsters are fucking weird. And the world is weird. Like it's strange. I'm just curious where it goes. Like I have a feeling that I'll play a couple more hours and I might get tired of it.
So far, you're not tired of it.
No, I'm not.
Because like to me, like what was really the biggest flaw with the game for me is that it forces you to go so many different places. To see loading screens to get dialogue to then go back. No, seriously, and it just got on my nerves. Just like, okay, I go into the library, and he's like, oh, go talk to your daughter. I'm like, okay, and I go load screen, walk, load screen. Daughter's not there. I'm like, maybe I should go back to the library. Load screen, walk, load screen. Oh, yeah, you should go talk to this guy over here. He might know where you went. Load screen. He's like, oh, yeah, go out there. I saw her by
the screens are pretty quick. I mean, they're not that bad.
I put it installed on the hard drive, and it was still freaking slow for me. At least it felt like
So I got to say, you have to admit one thing. Yeah. I think the music is really impressive.
I didn't notice. It didn't stand out to me.
It's all vocal. It's all people singing. It's just
you were so annoyed.
You were so mad.
Wow. Just like, it really pissed me off because it was just the weirdness, the no lack of gameplay.
Yeah.
Like I didn't get where the story was going, and all the dialogue really annoyed me because it was so long. And I was just like, click.
So for me, it was just like the book is all sassy, and he's just like forgetting who he is, and he's talking shit about like. So here's the thing: is the 2 big games we've got this week were Monster Hunter Tri and Nier, and I very much more felt myself wanting to play more Nier than Monster Hunter.
Wow,
isn't that weird?
I think
it kind of separates. It kind of separates our 2 games.
You're a story gamer. I am a OCD gamer, collectathon gamer.
And I love weird shit. And this game is fucking weird. Like it's so bizarre because. So the thing is you find this book, and all of a sudden the battle changes where you're not so much just kind of hammering on people with a sword. You've got a couple different attacks that you can switch out where you can like throw these power lances, or you can kind of shoot like shmuppy stuff. And these huge bosses come, and they're just blowing these like kind of bullet hell like shmuppy
dodging
stuff. But unlike in shmups, you can actually shoot the bullets that are coming at you, so it's not so much of memorizing patterns and stuff. But I don't know, it's interesting to me. I really think it's interesting.
And this is the game that if you look at all the reviews, it's very love or hate. Like all the Japanese, like the number 1 selling game in Japan, everybody in Japan gave it 8s, 9s, like
really
crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of people I talk to, they're like, Nier is just dog shit. It's the worst game ever. And like, it's weird.
Yeah.
I think it either hits you or it doesn't, and it really did not hit me.
Yeah, and that's the weird thing is, like I said, I'm not going to lie to you, like, I hate a lot of this game where it's like I hate the running around. I hate the fact that most of the fights are just these 2 types of monsters, little monster, big monster. And they're deadly easy to kill. But I just want to know where it's going. Like it's got its hooks in me. I just want to see what happens.
But these sorts of, I mean, you know how typically like all these JRPGs, they don't go anywhere. They just get weird, and then what? I mean, right? Most RPGs, do you ever go like, it all makes sense now? Has that ever happened to you?
No.
Even in Final Fantasy VII, like, well, maybe Final Fantasy.
A little bit. Sephiroth's a bad guy. Yeah, you figure that out.
You figure that out halfway through. I mean, seriously. You don't go, oh my god, all this Chocobos make sense now. It
makes more sense than Metal Gear so far, is all I'm saying.
Okay, there are various degrees of making sense, and I will agree that Metal Gear Solid is out there. So I just say try it. I say try it because it might hook you. Just rent it. I'm not saying go buy it. Don't buy this shit. Do not buy it. Just rent it sometime if you got nothing else to play because it might hook you the way it's. I'm just curious where it goes. I'm saying right now, May is so full of freaking amazing games.
Yeah.
Wait till August.
Yeah, that's probably
when
true.
it's dead
That's
for me.
true. So next up, I didn't get a chance to try Super Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, so these are two games. I want to go them real quick because they're fighting games.
Shodown Sen.
Samurai Shodown Sen. So I just want to do a compare and contrast.
Yeah.
Samurai Shodown Sen. I don't know if you know, but I'm a super huge Samurai Shodown fan. I played it all in college. I loved it. It was really awesome. They went 3D.
Oh, that doesn't usually work with fighting games.
Generally not. I'm trying to think of fighting games that went 3D that did really well.
Never.
No, even Street Fighter EX was terrible.
Soul Calibur is the only, but it was
never 3D. It never 2D 3D. Yeah, so
yeah.
You take a look at it. So it's really, really bad. Basically, it's weird because like Samurai Shodown is all about like very quick.
Yeah.
You dash like this, right?
Yeah.
This one's like you flip. You're like.
Oh, it's super. They just changed the pace.
Yeah, and they're this big on the screen, and they move like that. Anyhow, it's just like you can tell like these developers are like, I know sprites. Like,
so why did they do it? Why did they do it?
Because you can't make a 2D fighting game anymore. If you think about it, they won't
Street
sell.
Fighter. Nobody bought Street Fighter.
All right, it's Street Fighter though. It's Street Fighter though. You think about it, right?
That's true.
But yeah, no, they actually made this so it's 3D. So you're actually going,
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, if they made it like the first one, except they used 3D, models to make it just look nicer, it would have been awesome. But they totally changed the play style. Sucks. Super Street Fighter 4.
So that was your whole review. It just fucking blows.
It's like blows. Stay away, even if you were a fan. Like it's the worst fighting game I played in a long time.
Wow.
Like,
all right.
Dude, it's that bad.
Yeah.
It's like shit. Absolute garbage. Super Street Fighter 4. It's Street Fighter with more characters.
But you love Street Fighter 4.
It was, but it got to a point where like about 3 weeks after I got it.
Yeah.
Where I was having fun playing online, playing with people, everybody got so much better than me that even the shitty players just like it was no fun.
So I was talking to a dude at work that's super into Street Fighter, and he said that he's actually really digging Super Street Fighter 4 because what they've done is they've made less of an emphasis on the reversals. So they've kind of tuned the combat a little bit because he said that he played so much Street Fighter 4 that it got to the point where everything was reversals. Like everything was just kind of catching, and they tuned it down a little bit, so it's kind of now it's a little bit more back into the aggressive.
Yeah, because that's what I felt too. It's just like every time I'd hit somebody, they'd do the damage back to me, and I'm just like, this was really frustrating.
Yes.
It's no longer any fun.
Yes.
It was only fun when I was playing against people my own level.
Right, which is hard to find.
Hard to find at this point, right? There's no poop league for Street Fighter 4.
I was going to say, aren't you watching all of the commentary movies for Street Fighter 4 battles?
I'm watching Daigo, and he's like,
that's right.
Yeah, no, that's
you
not happening.
See what he did was Sagat.
Yes. So I mean that's I think the problem with me where I think it's really well done. It's really like the new characters look awesome. They feel really interesting.
You got that stick, man. You got the stick of doom.
I know, but it's just like I can't use it anymore because it's no fun to play and lose all the time.
So they don't have any talent. They don't have any talent matching. They don't have any sort of.
They do, but. Maybe the scale just doesn't go low enough.
You're like, we're matching with other zeros, dude. 0 is 0.
The number of zeros that are out there. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
It's just, it wasn't.
It's well done. They added some more online modes. It feels good, and it's $40. I mean,
it's another $40.
It's $40. So. I mean, it's discounted, so they didn't charge full $60 for it. It's not an expansion. It's
okay,
right?
gotcha.
So, like, and I agree with that. I think that's if they charged $60, I would have been like, "Fuck you guys."
That's nice. That sounds like a lot to me for Street Fighter, but that's just because.
I mean, new characters and new modes and redo.
But I want like worlds to explore, right? So when I hear Street Fighter for $40, I was like, but it's just a fighting game, right?
So you'll never review another fighting game, I'm sure. So I think everybody that loves Street Fighter. Go check it out. Like it's more characters. You already got it, so whatever.
Yeah, I mean, my buddy, like I said, my buddy at work is actually really digging it. Like,
so he actually likes it because it's just not as anal, I guess.
Well, he said that it kind of freed him up more. Like for some reason, he said that he feels that he can do more creative attack combos without always just like in the back of his head worrying how people are going to reverse him. Interesting. Okay, so for the advanced Street Fighter.
That's right.
If that matters to you,
yes. Lost Planet 2.
This is
multiplayer demo.
This is interesting.
This is going to be an interesting
So you remember Lost Planet 2 co-op?
It was fun.
Was the shit.
Dude, it was the best.
We played through, we beat that big monster like 4 times together.
Oh, yeah. I didn't get eaten by it.
No.
Unfortunately.
No. But it was awesome. It was just like everything that we ever loved about Lost Planet. It was the big mechs. It was the big guns. It was the big monsters. It was epic feeling. Like, it had all that stuff.
And then we played the multiplayer at TGS. It was just me and you. We were playing. We were like going around shooting people. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it.
We didn't play very long, but it seemed pretty fun.
Yeah. What happened? What happened? Capcom?
So Lost Planet 2 multiplayer kind of sucks my dick.
It really sucks.
Yeah.
Like, I don't... Do you think they just changed the tuning of everything, saying, like, no, people were having too much fun?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if they found other players that have different tastes than us. But I mean, like, we can just start listing things that are bad. It's like the movement, I think they slowed down. There's no sprinting. It's just like you're just crawling around. Yeah. Like, just, you can't get anywhere.
And, like, I remember being able to, like, go and, use your cable and, like, go everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think they really reduced... It felt to me like we reduced the range or something.
Yeah, I mean, this was, like, it was a lot more flat. Like, you didn't, your cable... I mean, especially after playing things like, what was the one with the super long extension arm?
Bionic Commando?
No, the good one. Damn it, one...
well, there's a few.
Just Cause 2.
Oh, yeah,
Just Cause 2 with the where you can go like 100 yards.
It's enabling, right?
It becomes your new power. Like that, you feel like a fucking badass. And this, your thing is like, boop, boop, boop. It's like 4 feet long.
I almost felt like I couldn't use it anymore.
No, you never really did. I mean, like, you used it to climb buildings. That was about it.
Yeah, but you have to get you have to walk.
Yeah.
Right? It wasn't like swinging around.
Number 2. People are fucking impossible to kill. It's so unfun.
Yeah.
And it's not like people were killing me either.
Yeah,
it's not like I'm saying that like everybody was better than me. It was like you and some other dude would square off and be like, wait, hold on, let
me go by the thing.
And it would like reload and it was so not fun. It was awful.
The only time I had fun was when I picked up one of the shields.
Yeah.
And they can't kill you through the shield. So I would sit there and he'd be like, and he'd be like, and I'd be like moving around. He's like trying to run around me. I'm just turning around.
Yeah.
So he just basically making him really frustrated. And then he's like, He'd turn around, and that's when I toss a grenade at him. It's just like it.
How'd you like how many mechs there were to hop in?
One.
Fucking no mechs. I don't understand. There was like one mounted gun that didn't move. You couldn't rip its arms off.
And not only that, the mounted gun wouldn't kill people for shit. I was seriously shooting like ba-boom, ba-boom for 8 seconds.
Yep. There was dudes. Actually, you're trying to grab the command post. This guy was just sitting there like grabbing the command post while I shot him in the fucking head. I was just like,
with a mountain gun.
And he was just like,
whatever.
Yeah, whatever,
cool.
dude. I don't care.
And you know what I think what it probably was, like they probably went through tuning, they had all these beta, all sorts of stuff, and then people either got too good or something where, you know what I mean, they found that little local maximum where all of a sudden people were just doing something, and they're like, oh, we got to change the game.
Yeah.
And they
and if a grenade lands within 50 yards of you, he like falls over and slowly gets back up, like shakes his head a little bit.
You could be shooting him while he's doing
clears
that.
the sleep out of his eyes. It just felt like playing in mud against enemies that were like you like had a little stick and you're like beating up.
Is it a Capcom thing? Because fucking Dark Void had the exact same problem.
That's true.
Like seriously, it's just like are all the people at Capcom saying like, I can't shoot one person with one shot and have them die. It's too cheating.
Yeah. It's like, God forbid you feel powerful and awesome when you pull off a good shot.
Yeah. You know what I bet it fucking is?
What?
I bet you, like, they just don't know how to do network gaming.
So you know what I mean? Like, you just want to you have to wear people down because they can't.
Well, because like if you do it where it takes 1 or 2 shots, then people die. It's like unfair. You know what I mean? But if you have 20 shots to kill somebody, then the network. That's my guess.
I mean that's possible.
I don't know.
Like I can't explain the shittiness of this game, so I will accept your explanation. That sounds just as good as anything else.
Sure, but
because I was, and the thing is I was kind of like I was playing this and I hated it.
Yeah.
And I was kind of afraid it was just me. And I was watching the NooBTooB Twitter feed, and I was watching comments on the videos. People were just like, "Why does Lost Planet 2 suck ass?" Like if you look at the YouTube comments, people fucking hate this game, rightfully so.
It's like, what happens? Because like everything all the way up, everything is looking good. Just like add more content, just do something like that. I'm really scared about the fucking single player now.
I am too. So I'm actually to the point now where I'm considering I'm probably just going to rent it.
I'm going to totally rent it.
Like I'm going to rent it and try the single player because I'm pretty sure the multiplayer is going to suck ass. Because it sucks ass.
So from what I hear from the single player,
you betrayed us,
dude. I'm hearing from the single player some complaints too. People like reviewers and stuff like that. So there, yeah.
Why did you fuck up something that we just said, like, just leave it the way it was? Like, we basically said, this game is perfect as is, just release it, and we'll say it's awesome.
Make the demo, just have 4 different guys, and I'll pay you 50.
Damn it.
So
anyway.
We're sorry.
That sucked.
It's saddening.
So, Split Second.
Yeah, so this is a racing game.
Yeah, so you didn't get a chance to try this,
No,
right?
no. I'm going to try this. It's a real game next week.
Yeah, so Split Second, it's a really, really short demo. It's just one race. Sadly, it's just one track, one race, no multiplayer.
Oh, really?
So all it does is give you a taste, but I like the taste.
So does he have guns?
No, he doesn't.
Wait, what?
He doesn't have guns.
It's called guns!
But shit blows up. So here's the thing.
Okay, that's good. All right.
So you're racing, and the racing feels great because they've just pulled everything back to bare minimum. Like the game is literally like steer, race, drift.
No brake?
I guess you drift with the brake pedal if you're a fucking pussy.
Okay, just checking.
But so then behind you have this. Remember that UI that we saw at PAX that's really cool. So behind you is this UI showing how much energy you've gathered, and you gather that by drifting. What's it called when you go behind some draft? When you draft behind somebody, you get more energy, and if you drift, you get more energy. So you're kind of like racing, and you gather this thing behind you, and then what happens?
That's a turbo booster.
No. So all the guys you're behind, occasionally little icons will flash above them where you have an opportunity to blast them. And what you're doing is you're causing environmental effects. So it's like a little flash comes above somebody and you hammer the button if you've charged up enough energy, and all of a sudden a fucking semi-trailer explodes and they can try and dodge around it or it'll knock them out. So you're basically attacking people like there'll be helicopters dropping crates on them, there'll be shit exploding, there'll be semis.
And they have a chance to get away.
Exactly.
Okay,
if you have skill, you can like dodge around, you can brake, and also your timing in exploding the environmental effects matters too. So it's not like you just have a win. It's like something will blow up and like knock a car across the thing, and they can like dodge around it, and they can do whatever, and you get extra energy if you dodge it.
Yeah.
So it's just this high-powered, really simple race where they're not giving unfair advantages to anybody in the front and the back, which is what we hate about Mario Kart. It's just a straight-up race with you being able to fuck with people in front of you.
Okay, so how do you compare it to Blur? Because Blur is definitely Mario Kart and Modern Warfare together. So from what you could tell,
it's Blur is a little bit more nuanced, I guess, because you get more weapons. This is just popcorn. This is just Right now, I really enjoyed the demo. We'll have to review the full game because maybe it doesn't work, maybe it does. But from the demo, it's really cool.
Can you imagine yourself playing the single player, though? Or do you actually be more interested
I just want to do multiplayer. I think that I really just want to get in there and see what this feels like against other people.
Yeah, because it's weird, too, because like Split Second and Blur are coming out in both. I think they're both coming out in May. Or maybe
that's interesting timing for like two really good racing games just to kind of cannibalize each other's market.
So I'm curious. I think it'll be, hopefully there'll be different enough where you'll get both because they're not copies, right?
I mean, this was enough of a taste. Like, it's one of those things where normally I would complain because it's one race, no multiplayer, right?
But it was enough.
It's enough that I'm just like, wow, this is a very clever game mechanic that I haven't seen before, where you can make the world explode, right? You're just blowing shit up, and it feels great. Because the thing is it does all the modern stuff where you blow up a trailer, it hits some dude, and it's like, it's like you ass fucked Andy, it's just like, and Andy's like, he's like flipping off. You're just like,
So it's kind of like that burnout qualities to it.
It's got that burnout feel where you just kind of like, and I can imagine with a human, like
it's gonna be that much.
I'm just trashing.
Tobin, like,
exactly. Like if you're racing in front of me, it's like Yuzo, it's like slammed against the wall. Your face is in there. You're like, no.
They need to do the picture taking like they do in Burnout when you get fucked with. I'm so surprised nobody else does that. That's like the best feature ever. And like,
get a shot of somebody when they get raped.
Because what ends up happening is like the shot's coming, all of a sudden you like put on your fucking Mexican wrestling mask or something like that. It's awesome.
Whip your balls out.
Yeah. Take that.
Yeah. So great demo. Really nice split-second demo. Go try this. It's free on Xbox.
And I think it's coming out in 2 weeks, I believe. So.
Yeah.
Or probably next week. The last game. So now the embargo is done. So Epic Mega Games put on a big press conference.
And you got to go.
Week. Yeah, I got to go. I got invited. It was really good. Lots of game press around there and all that. But Cliffy B or Cliff Bleszinski is like. He was actually.
It's Cliffy B.
I know it's Cliffy B. But yeah, he was going there.
John Cougar Mellencamp, motherfucker. You can't drop that. You can't get away from the Cougar. That's with you for life, son.
He's trying to be respectable now. It's really weird.
Cougar.
But yeah, no, he was talking about it.
Sorry, real quick. Do you know what the male cougar is?
Oh wait, I heard the
it's
manther.
A manther. I want this all to spread into the community.
That's right.
The male cougar is a manther. So
you
if
a
a
manther
dude
yet?
is at,
what's a manther? 40?
I guess, yeah, you gotta be about 40 to be a manther. I need some distinguished gray. You know, I got another 10 years before I'm a manther.
The manther pouch.
I also need the money to impress people, so I need to get the money and the gray hair, and then I will be a manther.
Sweet. Something to aspire to.
Yes.
So yeah, Bulletstorm. So it's made by a Polish developer called People Can Fly. I think they did the PC.
Okay.
The PC version of Gears. So you kind of know what they're doing as far as porting and stuff like that. This game is weird.
What is it?
So it's a first-person shooter. Yeah, so they just started announcing it today. As far as like,
and this is a Cliffy B game.
Well, it's Epic Mega Games working with them, so they're I think they're publishing or something like that, or there's some sort of thing. It's not. He's working with them like constantly.
Okay, so he's like consulting.
And
producing.
Dude, this guy, he knows his game design.
Oh yeah,
like because he was talking about it, and then he started just like throwing out like anytime there was a game concept, and he's like, oh yeah, no, we don't want to do it like blank, and I'm like, holy shit. Like,
so he's very well versed in the world of the concepts.
I mean, he's like a game designer with a capital G. Like,
I
was super impressed because, like, the thing is, like, you see him, he's usually like, has this chainsaw or something like that, but like, dude knows his shit.
Yeah.
So like, I respect.
Has he done anything other than the Gears stuff?
Well, he did Jazz Jackrabbit, I think.
I don't know
he did some other stuff. So he's been doing games for quite some time.
Okay.
So anyhow, he started talking about
find people to write better dialogue.
Yeah,
that's about all. It's like Cliffy B gets some better dialogue.
So they got some sort of a Hollywood writer to do the story behind this, but the basic story is blah blah blah. You're part of some organization, blah shadowy, blah blah blah. You're fighting them, and all of a sudden you find out they're really bad. So you rebel.
Shocking,
right?
Yeah,
like every like.
But is it a first-person shooter?
It's a first-person shooter. So you're down there, and it's I believe it's at least co-op in terms of like you have other AI people going around. So it's a first-person shooter. You're going out. It's kind of similar to Gears, but no cover. At least none that I could see. So you're going around shooting people, killing things.
Yeah.
They took...
Where's the hook? There's got to be a hook.
So this is why it's weird. They took Gears or some third-person shooter.
Yeah.
And they added Burnout to it.
Shut the fuck up!
Okay?
What are you talking about?
Every time you kill somebody, you see plus 10, plus 50. These points pop up. So when you get a headshot, you'll get plus 50 instead of plus 10. If you start using the environment, and they have all the level design now, where the environment, like there's like big thing with thorns, you're like, you shoot them into it, you get extra points because it's that.
And you're leveling up weapons and stuff with it?
Yeah, you use those points to get more weapons, more various things like that.
Yeah.
There's like trash cans, which are bombs, because they're circular. You kick it,
and
it's like, and then you shoot it and it blows up. And
so and you get more points for
doing for all this stuff. You get a leash, this little electronic leash, where you go and you grab them and you can yank them to you.
Yeah.
So there's
and you go, finish them!
Well, it's like a style thing. So all of a sudden you like shoot, leash, pull them toward you, kick them up in the air, shoot, and then...
So it's like Mad World.
Yeah, actually very similar. Like that, but I would say more burnout-y in terms of like more faster pace. You're not setting things up so much.
Yeah.
So you do that, you put it on the Unreal Engine, which looks amazingly beautiful.
Yeah.
It's compelling.
Okay.
So
it looked pretty fun.
Yeah, and the boss monsters were probably some of the most epic boss monsters I've seen in a game in a long time.
Nice.
I mean, there's this huge plant thing you were fighting, and it was just like, you shoot all the hot spots and all that.
Yeah.
It roots itself out, puts stuff on the ceiling, like, so like all these like 20-stage boss monsters. So I'm a little.
That all sounds good to me. You think it's gonna have online co-op?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm sure. They didn't announce it.
Then we're gonna play that shit.
Exactly. But here's the thing, though. I don't know if it's gonna be a game for me.
Oh.
Well, could you imagine it, right? It's just like we like games where if there's a game that gives you an option for style versus just kill somebody and go through, we always pick the one that goes, right?
That's true.
Like Devil May Cry and all these other games are like, whatever.
But if they make it fun, like if they make it one of these things where it's just like you and I are kind of like racing through a level together and like you throw something, I'm fucking shooting it, like, we'll see. We'll have to see how it feels.
But would you do it if all you're getting is points as opposed to like...
Well, if the points make my weapons better.
Yeah, okay. So, that's the draw that you need. Okay.
It's got to be like if the points are at the end of the level, they're saying
yes!
Yeah, exactly. Then fuck that, I don't care. It's like you got 1.7 million. Let's upload that to the online rankings. Like don't give a shit.
But you can spend those to get a much more badass gun.
Then
you're down with it.
Then I care.
Okay, so and that's cool because like Cliffy was just like the important thing about this thing is we need to make the points matter.
Yes.
He was like adamant, and I was just like, yes, testify, motherfucker.
That's right. Make it matter.
That's right. So I am excited. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
It should be coming out, I think, 2011. So we got some time for that.
All right.
But check it out.
Cool. So that is it for the games we've been playing. Next week, I am super excited.
I'm not about this game.
Lost Planet 2. Don't give a shit.
We talked about it.
So Skate 3.
Skate 3. I didn't really get into Skate 2.
Yeah.
I really like Skate 1. It just seemed like more of the same. I don't know. They're adding a bunch of features about like making your own skate parks and all this creation shit. And like I'm like, or like form a team of people, all your friends, and skate together for points. And like none of that interests me.
Yeah, I mean, if you were into skating games, I guess that'd be good.
I loved skating games, dude. I used to love Tony Hawk.
I know. I was gonna say like you can't even say because like if you look at our last like 5 skating game reviews, you're like I love skating games.
Skate 1 was pretty good.
I don't like this. I love skating games, but
I want Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, something like that.
I want Jet Set Radio Future 2 on the Xbox 360. That's what I want, motherfucker. I want Jet Set Radio Future.
I heard that they were going to re-release it on Xbox Live.
Oh, well, I mean that's the same game. I want a next gen Jet Set. That's what I want.
What about Jet Set did you like again?
Everything. It was like the best game ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it the tagging?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
The exploration of the levels.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
It was like
because to me, it was just like I was going around tagging things. I didn't get it. I didn't understand.
And like the soundtrack was some of the best.
The whole grinding part, there was no skill at all associated with it, so it just didn't seem that interesting.
There was once you started exploring really complex levels.
For jumping timing,
yeah, like
right? But like you don't have to stay like. Woo,
no, but I hate that shit. I don't want to fucking balance.
You want. Platform.
Yes, I want platforming. That's what I want. I want because I was going because the cool thing about it was this timing because you'd be going on this rail and you'd have to be like jump, but as you were skating you'd be like tag, jump, like you'd be timing these elaborate dances.
Kind of like a rhythm game almost.
Yeah.
The thing that bugged me about that game though is like you would do that, fuck up, and you would have to start all the way from the beginning. Didn't that bug you?
I didn't fuck up. Oh, no, I fucked up a lot, but I really like the soundtrack. So it was a pretty good. It was very cool.
So hopefully they'll come out with something else and not more skate games. Yeah. We'll see about this.
But next game, 3D Heroes.
Dude, I gotta get this like when I go on my way home.
I'm more excited about this than I have been for a game for a long time. Like it basically looks like Zelda on the NES, except they've done it in 3D pixelated art with blocks. It's so weird. Like you guys will see the video that I'm playing.
Yeah. And it's not Zelda like Zelda Link to the Past, or Zelda Phantom Wicker. Zelda, The Legend of Zelda in the Gold Nest case.
That's right. This is NES. This is straight up like you're pushing statues.
No apologies,
you're throwing
dude.
boomerangs.
there's
a bomb,
I'm sure, somewhere.
Yeah. No, this is. But I mean, it's one of these things where they took something that's like 8-bit and super simplistic, super blocky, whatever, but then they did it on a PS3, so it shines.
Yeah.
It's got this.
It's got all their effort somewhere else on the polish. It seems to me like
the polish is just unheard of.
And like I like this. There's also some interesting UGC components to this, user generated content, where you can actually make your own block designs. Is my understanding.
Yes, you design your whole character.
The game. Yeah,
you can take a standard character, or you can design the whole thing yourself, and you could upload them for other people to look at.
So I'm not that excited about it, but I really want to see people's designs for what they can do. Because, I mean, really, it's just like blocks, and you don't have that many of them. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not into designing my own characters. I think it's cool that they let you do that, but I'm in it to play the game. Like, this looks awesome.
And so far, a lot of people, nobody's saying it sucks.
No.
So I'm excited.
And then next up is Rocket Knight.
Yeah. So I saw this at Konami.
Okay.
You saw the video of it, I think. It is a platformer that involves with a double jump replaced by a rocket.
Yeah. And it's kind of, it looks, I mean, to me it looks kind of interesting because it's really pretty. And the double jump, you can do like double jump attacks with the swords. You got a jetpack and you're like attacking with swords and you're doing a lot of platforming. Like,
yeah, and to me it's just like, I don't think you can release a plain vanilla platformer these days. You really have to have a hook, either nostalgia hook like with Bionic Commando, or something. And this one to me, everywhere I see everything I saw played and everything else is just like kind of static, kind of old school. It looks nice, but it's just like the gameplay is just collect gems as you go killing monsters and get to the end.
Yeah.
Right, it's not like I don't know, like what was that? Oh, what was that one on PS3? With the water flow and stuff like that.
You're talking about
God, what was that? 3D
Shadow
shooter.
Complex?
No, shooter. Pixel junk shooter.
Oh yeah.
Right, so that's like okay. Let's use physics as like Shadow Complexes. Let's use really good quality of it. So like production values for. I mean, seriously, this is like sick. Amazing, right? Yeah. So like I'm just thinking like really like. These guys took an old game and just kind of put some new stuff on it. So I'm not. Okay. I don't know. We'll see.
I'd like to try it. I mean, like there will be a demo for sure.
It's already out on Xbox Live today. So
I'll definitely give it a shot because I love platformers. Like fat kids love cake. So we got 2 donations this week.
Yes, thank you very much to Sam
and Steven.
Steven.
You guys are our best buddies. Like we said many times, we are going to buy 3D Heroes with your donation money. It keeps us from having to like eat ramen to do this show.
Or go out on the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to see Tobin on the corner.
No,
you really don't.
No, I am terrible at sucking dick. I'm all teeth.
ouch, ouch. There are never any repeat customers.
Oh, that's right. I've got a 1-star review on Yelp.
Too much teeth.
Too much teeth. Yeah, did not earn my $7.44. I threw at him in pennies. So
thank you very much. It does keep Tobin off the streets.
It does.
So
it keeps me off the streets. Thank you.
Right.
So what are we talking about? So Shoops. So Shoop number 94 by Wookie Monster.
See, we're almost 200. You guys better go all out for up 100.
Yeah,
man.
that's
we want
right.
To see some, or
we want to see some total gayness.
No,
that's all we ever see.
Dude, have you seen the winner of this week's Drake's New Conquest?
Yes.
There are 2 spoiler tags on this. Not only have you kick one spoiler, it warns you, and then you click the other spoiler.
You guys are bad people.
Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you for getting him. Really appreciate it.
It's Yuzo's turn, guys. Yuzo likes things.
No, sorry.
Put him in
it's just
some
not
sort
as
of,
funny.
Put him in some sort of like pedophile cake mania thing.
No, I just want to see Tobin on the corner saying 744.
No! Yuzo's on the corner.
People hate me on Yelp.
the Yelp page with my face. Don't do that because that's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
So then,
thank you, Beatles Ghost winner.
Yes. Oh yeah. Sorry, Beatles Ghost. Good job. So we have a big community thing going on. It's 3 months in advance.
What's episode 188 today?
Yeah, episode 188. So we got 12 episodes left. We got 1 month left, but we're coming up on episode 200, and Locke and Talchik are putting together what they're calling episode 0. Which is kind of...
Which will probably turn into episode 200.
Yeah, we're thinking it should be called episode 200 because I think it's going to be episode 200, but what we're basically doing is asking you guys to take everything that you've loved about NooBTooB for the last 100 episodes, like episode 100
to 199.
So and it's not just like most offensive moments. This is like... good running jokes. Like Envious' mom. Like,
is there that collection of clips for that is going to be?
Yeah, so I mean, it's just kind of, and it's like good community moments. It's just everything that you've really enjoyed about NooBTooB from episode 100 to 200.
Yes.
Go to the forums, please, and chip in because everybody needs your help. The next 3 months, we're going to build up.
Yeah, we have a huge wiki that needs to be filled, and there's a lot of empty spots right now.
Yes.
So the main thing is especially if you're new to the show, right? If you like come in on 160, 150, it's just like here's a good opportunity to start at 100.
Yeah.
And go forward and just start write down funny shit.
Yeah.
Anything that funny that happens.
That's what it is like if you see something that you love, just go to the forums and put it in these threads like, this is what we like about NooBTooB, and then we're going to collect it all for a extravaganza 200th episode.
That's right. Do you want to show the video?
Yes. So now is the video about episode 0.
All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the show. I'm Yuzo Watanabe.
And I'm Tobin Kozair.
And this is our pilot episode of our new gaming podcast.
Yeah, so we noticed that there's a lot of podcasts out there that talk about gaming news, but not so much the gaming experience, actually playing games, talking about what it's like to play games, what we think about games, and being willing to tell you a game sucks.
Exactly. And we're here to fix that.
This is all just kind of snowball around the same thing, which is community.
Yes.
It's never been about us. It's never been about anything else other than people that love games. We love games. You guys love games. We like to play games with you guys, talk about games with you guys.
Awesome.
Yes.
So episode 0, check that out. Each week, I like to feature the NooBTooB Army on the show. If you have a funny question, story, or review, give us a call.
Yep, and you can contact us toll-free at 888-233-8480 or send your files to feedback@NooBTooB.com. Some of you have actually called in saying that you didn't have any way of getting a hold of us. You can email us at feedback@NooBTooB.com if you want to talk to us.
Yes.
Please also post your video responses on YouTube. We love that shit.
Oh, absolutely. And keep all the videos under a minute if you want to be featured on the show.
And don't forget the yow.
Yes. Hey, did we get a video finally?
We got a video. We keep telling you guys we want videos.
It's so much better. We want to see what you guys look like. Yeah. It's just like
take videos of your local game stores in weird countries. Take videos.
We got a caller from Cuba, and it's just like
videotape Cuba.
Come on.
We want to see Castro's House O' Games.
Castro's crazy Castro
special. We're gonna get fucking killed.
Oh, I know.
So here's Jennifer.
Yes.
Hello, NooBTooB. This is Jennifer from Australia. and I have a challenge for Tobin and Yuzo. If you guys reach your desired weights by the end of the weight loss challenge, actually, I'm prepared to give you 2 weeks extra. I will then get a gaming tattoo on my 18th birthday, of your choosing. I'm saying anything, anywhere. Within reason. Guys, please don't make me get a cock on my face. Are you up for it, though? Yow!
Actually,
are we allowed to play a girl that's under 18 saying cock on my face?
I don't think so.
I don't think we're even allowed to do that.
No.
I'm sure she's actually
I'm sure her
18.
18th birthday had just happened, so I think it's okay at this point.
So here's the thing. When I was in Stockholm, I actually walked like 10 miles a day and I lost a bunch more weight.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But now that she said this, I'm so tempted to I want so badly to meet the weight loss thing just because, you know what I want? I want her to have a NooBTooB tramp stamp. I want every dude that's hitting that doggy style to say, what is this? Sorry, when she's 18! When she's 18! But yeah, I don't know. We have to think of, I don't know.
What are some good games? Good ones.
NooBTooB!
No.
The NooBTooB logo.
Okay, that's obvious. We got to have that anyway, so assume that's going to happen. All right, so
obviously.
Yeah.
I like the old school stuff.
You join Ness?
I would like a little Link, you know.
Little Link, yeah. Little Zelda, little Peach.
I
would like what's her face? God, what's her name?
Samus.
Actually, No Suit Samus would be hot.
Yeah.
But no. From Super Mario Galaxy.
Oh, Peach?
No, the other girl. Remember?
Oh, the hot girl. Yeah, the slutty one. Yeah, I don't know.
The slutty princess. That's the one Mario actually got action with.
I always think that Grim Fandango's cool, but I don't know if that really works for a girl.
No.
I kind of like the kind of nerdy.
I think the nerdy cute, right?
Yeah.
But even if you go a little bit off, just the question mark block.
Yeah.
Right, just something that's maybe not a character, but just he's I know what that's from.
Yeah.
I think that to me the gaming.
I like that. Yeah.
The gaming tattoos that are just a little bit maybe the maybe not the Metro.
You should get a little question mark block right here, where it's just the guy gets her pants off and it's just question mark block. It's like ding, 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 ding. Why am I saying this about a 17-year-old?
That's terrible. Don't listen to this guy. Tramp stamps and stomach question marks.
I'm trying to stop my own mouth and I can't make myself stop.
So I'm trying to go a little... Yeah, okay, so don't listen to this guy.
Don't listen to me.
Go with classic Ness.
Yeah.
I think any guys that eventually...
But we have to do something. She's not just going to do it. We got to lose some weight.
It's too late.
Give us a time extension. If we come back... what was I supposed to even hit? 175?
Dude, it's not... No, you have to hit you have to hit... No, you have to... You're losing 10 pounds. So you're hitting 171. I have to hit 165.
I started at 184. 174.
Did you?
Right?
I thought you were 181. Anyhow,
we'll look this up. But the point is, someday if I lose this weight, I'm going to demand a NooBTooB tattoo from you.
We'll do it at some point.
Yeah.
But
I should do it now because now I'm skinny. Now I lost a bunch of weight.
You have to get half a tattoo if only one of us
Yeah, that's right. All right. So if I lose all the weight, you have to get a tattoo that says noob.
And I get the tube.
in the NooBTooB font.
Perfect.
All right. So next up, Mr. Elite.
Hey, NooBTooB. This is Mr. Elite from New Jersey. I just thought that I'd share a little story with you guys. It's a Saturday night, and I am home alone because that's what I do on my Saturday nights. And I'm on the PlayStation Store, and I was looking around at some new content that came out, and I saw some Dante's Inferno content. I didn't buy it because I was not interested, but still I checked it out, and I thought you guys would like to know that you can literally just go and buy something called the Large Souls Pack. You know those orbs you get and you upgrade stuff with in the game that you have to work for? You can just buy them. 5,000 souls for $4. So, if you have way too much time on your... if you don't have enough time on your hands, you just want to go level up and not have to do anything, just go spend a few bucks. Why not? It's only ruining the point of the game. Whatever. Yeah. Yow.
Oh my god, I didn't think they would ever do this.
What the fuck is wrong with you people? Why not just be for $10 you can get the achievement that says I beat the game.
No, I get the achievement if I spent $10 on this game. Seriously.
Fuckers.
So this really scared me.
That's the whole game.
Dude, 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
We were at GDC. I walked into something and they were saying consumables. The new thing.
Yeah, because you can buy it over and over again.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just you want the new plays, or not even that, right? It's just you want a new league or something like that in Madden, or you want these health packs, or you want something else. It's look, it's constantly renewing. You get I was just looking at it, I'm like, oh my god, no one be in their stupid right mind to ever buy one of these things.
It's the equivalent. It's the equivalent of Blizzard selling gold.
Yeah.
I mean, that's literally what this is, because in MMOs, gold is time.
Yeah.
That's all it is time. So this is the same thing. You're like, Dante's Inferno, I don't want to play the game to get my fucking weapons powered up. I just want to buy powered up weapons.
Yeah. It's just like, if you really want that, I mean, I understand that some people out there that really enjoy cheating at games because they want to feel all powerful. It's just like, whatever. That is, I don't understand it, but...
If you pay to cheat, you're a bitch. You're a stupid bitch.
I was trying to say that a little nicer, but that's pretty much the general feel. I mean, seriously, come on.
That's terrible. I hope nobody buys that shit.
Dude, that's the only way to get rid of this stuff is to not buy it.
Yeah.
Because it took them time and money to put all that effort and code into it, so that happens. Just don't buy it and they'll stop doing it.
Of course, don't buy Dante's Inferno either. So, I mean, cut out the middleman and just buy good games.
Yes.
Because that one was not.
And good games hopefully won't have to do that.
That's right. Yes, that's just dumb. So, I mean, can you imagine if God of War let you buy orbs?
Yeah, like, get the new move in Dante's Inferno.
Well, because, I mean, like, orbs, you buy all the weapon power-ups. It's just like, stupid. Play the game! If you like the game, you'll level up. That's why you play.
Yep.
So I don't think we got time for the last voicemail.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah. So
that is our show for the week, mother truckers. Check out our website at NooBTooB.com and participate in the forums by clicking on the community tab at the top of the front page.
Yes, if you're watching a video on YouTube, I think the thing has been pushed out everywhere. The subscription button is right
up here somewhere.
Here-ish.
Yep.
And also make the video by clicking thumbs up on Tobin's knee.
Yeah, you make my junk happy.
That's right.
Thumbs up in my junkish area.
A thumbs up in your, what did you say last week?
My lower junkles.
My lower junkles. That's right.
It's my
you can
lower
take two.
Well, I said it was hanging low on my right leg.
No. I thought you said, like, put a thumb up my butt or something like that. I think that's what you said.
That was like a month ago. Now you've daydreamed that I'm talking about thumbs up my butt.
There were comments on YouTube. I remember. So yeah, if that's all for this episode, I am Yuzo Watanabe. I remember this time.
Yay! And I'm Tobin Kazai. Our audio engineer for NooBTooB is done by Range Sleepless in Oakland Strunk. Thanks for listening. We'll see y'all next week. We're out!
Wow.
It has. Those days, I'm going to get to game again.
No, let's stretch these podcasting muscles. Alright.
Hold on. Shit, fuck.
Oh! In the face!
I'm ready.
Alright. You're just stretching your profanity muscles. That's awesome. Okay.
Alright, let's do this.
Alright.